Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera, aka Hbar. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask you guys, could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you guys do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. Now, let's talk real quick about the overall, price appreciation on Bitcoin real quick. So we are breaking above the 38K mark. I've been addressing the $40,000 range, specifically 44K, as we know that that is a very strong resistance area to really kind of break over for Bitcoin. That's pretty much what I'm watching for right now. A lot of trading volume is happening for a lot of these assets, specifically Bitcoin as well. But we also have seen massive accumulation from the financial institutional space as well, which I talked about yesterday on XRP's video, which we are still seeing kind of flow into this market. Now, Hbar is down here about up 6.45%. Now it's 6.85%. It's a little bit here and there, like, CoinMarketCap is a little bit weird with that, but you guys can pretty much see, the nice appreciation in terms of price from that low that we just recently made, which was like, it was like 19 cents almost. It was like 18 and a half, around that area. And now we're pretty much sitting pretty at about almost 22 cents. We are up significantly from those points. Trading volume still down a bit, 44.54%. And as you guys can see, that pretty much jumping around. But we are seeing Bitcoin dominance rising. And honestly, things are looking pretty much exactly how I imagined them at around this point. I told you guys in my live stream, I want to say like that was like 2-3, it was like when we were at around 44K, I told you guys that I was expecting some downtrend on Bitcoin, and then we will see, Bitcoin dominance flying to like about 45%. That's pretty much where we want to watch for, because that's when, if Bitcoin does make a major move, we are still going to see alts kind of sit a little bit sideways, possibly even drop a little bit. But I do believe that we are in store for a lot of alts to go extremely crazy. We are seeing some updates throughout the market though, and we are seeing some green across the board, which is of course always nice to see, especially after a drop like we just witnessed. So with that being said, let's just jump in and let's talk about a few things. So first, I just want to address this, right? So everybody's been anticipating the Coinbase listing for Hbar, and trust me, I understand exactly what you guys are talking about. Like, if we're talking about a Coinbase listing, yes, it will drive the price to go absolutely crazy. But do we really need Coinbase? That's the big question here, and that's the big concern in the room. Like, we know XRP went from 22 cents to $3.84 back in 2017 and 2018 before Coinbase, eventually listed it in 2019. I believe that this is similar to what we are going to see with Hbar as well. I think that we're going to see Hbar kind of do some parabolic moves, and then all of a sudden that's when Coinbase is going to list us. Similar to even ADA, right? Cardano didn't even get listed on Coinbase until it was at like around $1. That's why I kind of try to stay away from Coinbase. Like, from a retailer perspective, Coinbase only lists coins that have pumped severely. That's why I've always said, Hbar, once it does 1,000+% run, that's when we will see a listing for it. And honestly, we don't really need Coinbase when we already have Binance, we have Qcoin, Huobi, Gate.io. Like, we already are on some big players here. Of course, I would expect, more top tier exchanges to be listing us eventually, but for the most part, we have a lot of volume in. I know that it's only $82 million, but, in terms of some exchanges, what I would like to see is like maybe an FTX listing. I believe that we're on Kraken, but if we're not, that would be cool too. But I think that we're in store for many updates throughout, this entire year. I think that we're going to see a lot more listings happening. I think that we're going to see a lot of things actually coming to fruition where we are seeing some more legitimacy behind, Hbar, as well as a lot more, speculation on if the top 10 assets even belong in the top 10. So yeah, let's kind of move on to that, and let's actually talk about some crypto adoption first off, and then we'll get to the point where, I'm really kind of addressing, the top 10. So first off, crypto is going mainstream, and all of these companies will be working with Hedera to bring their applications to life. Enterprises and large corporations are looking for applications that are faster, more secure, and cheaper than what they have currently, and Hedera Hbar allows it. Shout out to Hbar to the moon for that, but overall, yes, he is correct. Like, we're seeing huge companies jumping into the crypto space. We're seeing huge companies focusing on the crypto space because they do see the potential behind this. When we're talking about crypto going crazy, 2021 was the year for that. And we do see here, Reddit is hiring a senior engineer to help them build an NFT platform for millions of people to, trade NFTs. We even see here, Meta, Facebook, we know that they're, building out this crypto payments, system. Again, pretty huge. Visa is an all-in-one, is all in on crypto, The director will be responsible for creating new revenue streams via new crypto products as well. Walmart, we know Walmart is doing some huge, things in this space, especially talking about NFTs and stuff. I'm very excited for a lot of this. Even Amazon, right? Increased crypto adoption. Fidelity is a $1 trillion asset manager. The firm, offers several Bitcoin products and intends to expand its crypto team with 100 new hires. Apple, JP Morgan, Nike. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I don't want you guys to, get disregarded on crypto because of the recent price action. Like, we are still a $200 trillion asset class at scale by 2030, in my opinion. Because even Raul Paul says the same thing. You guys could listen to his, interview on this. He talks about it in terms of the crypto expansion, the internet expansion. The internet didn't go crazy until around like 2005 to 2010. That's when we've seen mass adoption take over. I believe that we are in a similar structure with crypto. I think that when we're talking about 2023 to 2025, that's going to be a very interesting time in crypto where I do believe that the train does leave the station. But of course, when we're talking about all these companies jumping in, what company will they choose? What DLT will they choose? Will they use the most utilized DLT out there that has the highest speed, scalability, and all of that? 100%. In my opinion, I don't think that there's any other choice. That's why I even said this, right? So we've seen CoinDesk actually tweet about this. Ethereum's dominance in NFTs is shrinking because of congestion and high gas fees. A JP Morgan analyst reports, and we do see, Ethereum is losing NFT market share to Solana. And I said, so a network that is far too expensive and unscalable for mass adoption is losing NFT market dominance to a network that also can't handle scale and just went down for 72 hours. I anticipate the day Hbar is the one swallowing up market dominance. I believe that this is going to happen as well, right? Because when we're talking even about what I said yesterday or earlier today, I think. It was this, right? So I said, Hedera will prove what it means to truly be a limitless network of vast potential and opportunity. Hbar is silently taking over behind the scenes, and everyone is ignoring it due to PA alone. And I actually like that, right? Like, everybody disregarded Ethereum. Everybody disregards a lot of these assets when they're not doing good. Like, everybody kind of forgets about the fundamentals and they're just looking at the price, which is a terrible way, in my opinion, to really kind of look at things. Like, if we go to the all-time chart for, Ethereum, do you honestly think people back here, were thinking that Ethereum was going to $5,000, $10,000, or anything like that? Probably not. Even if we go back to 2016, when this was at like $10, $15, nobody really seen this. But, if you are a visionary, you would see this. This is exactly what I see for Hedera as well. I don't think that Hedera has even closed the gap on the topping point for it yet. Right? It's nowhere even close to it. And when we're talking about, Ethereum back here, this is pretty much where we are. And we have a long way to go before we even see the topping point here. I'm just excited for the growth of Hedera because when we're talking about all of these companies joining in, they're not going to choose something that's unscalable. They're not. Okay? And we even see here, crypto news is hilarious. There is a Visa of crypto and there is a consensus layer, but it ain't Solana and it ain't Ethereum. Eventually, y'all will realize that the future is not blockchain at all. Time for the market to price in efficiency, stability, and utility by Hbar. And the case is that, we're not in a utility-driven market yet. And I understand that where everybody's kind of coming from on the idea on Well, when are we going to see, mass adoption take over and we go into a utility-driven market? We will go into a utility-driven market where hype is no longer the main focus point. It's more so, true overall development, innovation, and of course, utility. When utility starts to be realized, that's when this market will change drastically. And I do think that we are on the cusp of that. Like when we're talking about 2021, I think 2021 was the year where a lot of individuals kind of seen the fact that Ethereum is unscalable. Okay, Solana is almost nearly unusable when we're talking about it continuously going down due to its unscalable network. And I'm not talking about, these projects in a very bad light because I hate them or I'm biased on, Hedera. I'm just saying these are projects that are already live, that are already built, that if they do want to, upgrade their systems or, pretty much change the problems within their systems, they would have to re-innovate everything over again. We don't need to do that. We are already scalable, efficient, fast, affordable. This is why I think that Hedera is the future of this space. Hashgraph, we're going to see, similar to blockchain, Hashgraph protocols being, built every single day in this space, all on one major network, aka the Hedera network. Now we also see here TuneFM is a micropayments music streaming platform. The a la carte menu to subscription-based platforms, the all-you-can-eat model. Andrew Wantar calls TuneFM official a Web 3.0 Spotify with an open sea for music NFTs launching with some of the biggest artists in the world soon. Do not disregard TuneFM. I've always said that when we're talking about TuneFM, it's going to be a very huge overall, marketplace. Specifically, when we're talking about Spotify, I've actually been thinking about Spotify lately, and I've just been like, imagine if this was decentralized where it gives back to the creators and those who are actually, consuming this type of, overall product. And I think that that is something to really kind of look into. I think that when we're talking about TuneFM, it could be, the future of Web 3.0 Spotify. And we do see here, TuneFM has, only made possible by Hedera's extremely scalable and inexpensive token service. Their platform token Gem is appearing on new exchanges every week. Behind the scenes, Hbar API calls are taking place, and many new Hedera accounts are being created. Sign up with TuneFM and get an airdrop of 100 free Gem to start streaming music right away. A lot of these little projects, and I know that I'm calling TuneFM a small project, but it really actually isn't. But when we're talking about a lot of these projects, I think that we really need to understand the idea that these are all going to allow volume to flow over the Hedera network and value as well to be transacted on a day-to-day basis. That's why when we talk about these big corporations, these huge companies joining in on the fun of crypto, do not forget that we are still extremely early in this space. We don't know anything that's going to be unfolding this year besides the fact that when we're talking about crypto adoption, that is not going to slow down. It's not. Okay? From NFTs to the metaverse to DeFi to even traditional finance bridges being built within, crypto, there is still so much to look forward to. I really want you all to understand that when we're talking about 200 million users for crypto globally, that is, in my opinion, extremely early. We have not even touched the surface of crypto adoption. I know that it seems like you might be late to the party because Bitcoin's at 38K, Ethereum's over $2,000, but guess what? Those prices for those specific assets do not matter. What does matter is the prices per, these assets that we also continue to stack on a day-to-day basis. Like for example, Hedera. Do you honestly think Hedera is overpriced at 22 cents when we are constantly seeing development, innovation, happening on a day-to-day basis? Absolutely not. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.